Hey, whenever you come out here to Springfield, Missouri to join the Prime Inc. family and you're ready to get your CDL, that takes a lot of courage. So we have a lot of courage to get onto a bus and pack up everything we have. You know, some of us are leaving everything, risking it all on this to come out here and learn how to drive a truck and get a CDL. Well, that takes a certain amount of confidence and like courage to get on that bus and come out here. So you come all the way out here to Springfield and you're ready to get your CDL, right? We're excited. We want our CDL. Then you jump into a truck and you lose all that confidence. So like you start getting scared of cars. You're trying to drive the truck off the side of the road and stuff like that. That stuff's kind of unsafe. So, like, I'm just saying, like, when you come out here and get your CDL, it takes a lot of confidence, like, and it takes some courage because you're out here driving a truck and a trailer around, like, it's big. It's big. But the thing is, man, we need to be safe out here. We need to have that courage and that confidence to just keep on going and to not get scared of cars and try to pull your truck to the side of the road or stop in the middle of the road because you got scared. Like, come out here with some confidence. Like, you had enough courage to put that application in, to jump on that bus or to get that rental car and come out here. Like, come out here strong. That's what we're looking for, is somebody coming out here strong. It's going to make you have a lot easier time out here. Don't come out here with like an attitude of like, oh, I'm a safe driver. I'm going to be a safe truck driver, because that's like one of my worst things I hear from students is like, hey, I'm a safe driver. I'm all like, oh, here we go. This guy already thinks he's safe. Like, he's going to be so unsafe. So, you know, that's whenever you have the worst trouble out of somebody. Also, when you come out here, get those ears open. Listen. So, like, whenever your instructor is teaching you something and telling you something, listen to what he's saying. You shouldn't be arguing with your trainer like the trainer tells you, hey man, you didn't look in that mirror. You shouldn't be arguing like, yeah, I'm looking in that mirror. Obviously you're not. You know, if I'm over there like, hey man, you did not look in that mirror, then odds are you did not look in that mirror. Like I tell my students all the time, I'm all like, hey look, I'm here to help you. Like, I'm here to help you. So if I'm over there like, hey, you didn't look in that mirror, then you didn't look in that mirror. You know, if you like, all I can do is give you the knowledge I have. So if you listen to the knowledge I give you, then you're going to be great out there. You're going to be real safe. You're going to do the right thing. You're going to make good decisions whenever you need to make a good decision real fast. And you always know what's going around because you're always checking the mirrors. So like, all I can do is tell you, once you get out there on your own and you get your CDL, if you get into an accident or something like that, chances are that you were doing something unsafe that I didn't tell you to do. Because I'm out here every day trying to improve my students, like making them safe drivers. So like, you know, whenever I'm telling them, hey man, watch your mirrors in your turns, or hey, watch your mirror till you make that lane change all the way over, and you're all like, oh man, I got my CDL now. I check my mirror, no one's there. I put my blinker on, and you're you're changing lanes. You're looking in front of you as you're driving. Your trailer's going over, you're just looking in front of you. You're driving for a little while, people are honking at you. You're like, what's going on? You look in your mirror, you're dragging a car down the road because you hit them with the back of the trailer and it got stuck in the side of the car and you're dragging it down the road. What did I tell you? Check your mirrors, you know, and read your signs. Like, it's very important to read signs. Like, some of the stuff you can do before you even get to Prime while you're making that drive up there is start reading those signs. Bridge heights, bridge weights, read those out loud. You know, you see a speed limit sign, read it out loud. Just say it. You know, that way you acknowledge that it's there. You know, that'll help out some too. But you know, what I'm getting at is like, if you really want this, it's gonna show. You had enough courage and strength to load your stuff up, leave your family, come out here and drive a truck. Like, once you get in that truck, it's time to show it. Like, I want to see the same drive that it took to get you here when you're out here. So, you know, just listen, do safe things. Like, do safe stuff. Listen and learn how to be safe out here. And, you know, don't come up with your own stuff to do out here. Like, I see a lot of that happening here recently. Like, stuff that I didn't say to do, people are doing. Like I say, the worst thing people do out here, like, is they agree that they understood what I said. So I'll be like, hey, make a right turn. And they're going to be like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll make a right turn. And then they get to the stop sign or the light, and they're all like, oh, which way do you want to turn? I'm all like, let's make a right turn. Like, right. Oh, okay. Like, if you don't understand what I'm saying, like, hit the brakes. Hey, man, I don't understand. Like, what do you mean turn right? Like, or if I'm explaining something to you, like, hey, man, we're going to pull up straight in this lane. We need to look up here. Look at the lane in front of you, the middle of the lane. That way you can pull straight up to it. Pretend that you're going to drive through it. You don't understand that? Don't agree with me and say, okay, I got you. Yeah, I understand. Because guess what? You're not going to do it. So we need a communication going on. So, like, you and your instructor should have great communications going on where where you both understand each other. Because if you can understand what I'm saying, then guess what? You're learning. If you don't understand what I'm saying and you're like, oh, I don't know, I'll go for it. Like, I'll just make a turn, like, or I'll do something. Like, it's not going to go good, and, like, it's not good. So, like, we need real good communication. So make sure that if you get me as your trainer or anyone as your trainer and you don't understand what this guy or this woman's saying, then it's okay to say, hey, I don't understand. Like, I trained one of my buddies out here, and he came out here to Prime, and I was his instructor, and I was all like, I explained something to him, he hit the brakes. Like, it was mainly out there when we were back, and he hit the brakes. He'd be like, hey, I do not know what you're saying. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I say, okay, let me re-explain this to you. So I would re-explain it to him, and he'd be like, oh, okay, I get it now. Boom, he started doing it perfect. So, like, I mean, having that communication is, like, gonna help out a lot. Communication is one of the biggest keys that I have. Like, whenever I can figure out a way to explain to my students what's going on, they're gonna better understand it. So, you know, communication is a big key out here. Make sure that you understand what your trainer's saying. Make sure you understand it before you even do it. If you don't know what he's saying, say, hey, we need a timeout. Because I've taken people over there to inside the plaza. They got a marker board, some expo markers. Now, I'm not the best artist in the world, but I can draw some squares that look like a truck, and I can draw a rectangle that looks like a trailer. And I can draw on that board, and I can put a curved line on there like a curb, and I can draw pictures and say, hey, this is what you need to do. Come up to here, turn here, you know, do this. Put little dots on there, dotted lines, whatever. You know, I've taken people in there and showed them everything they needed to know right there, and they didn't understand nothing I was saying. But once I put it on the board in there, they were all like, oh, I understand now. I understand. I'd say, take a picture of that real quick on your phone. Like, take a picture of that so you'll have it to study. You know, so they'll take a picture of it and they'll have something to study that night. Next day, a 180. They are driving out here beast mode. Like, beast mode. Like, I'm all like, what the heck? Is this even the same guy? But it's a way that he understood it. So, like, drawing it out sometimes works. Just make sure that you have good communication with your trainer, and make sure that you have that drive that we want out here. Like, we want a lot of drive. You got to be motivated. Like, you came all the way out here. Some people left everything. Some people didn't have nothing when they came out here. You know, the CDL's bettering your life. Like, let's see that drive. Let's see that want. Let's get this done. Like, let's start making our own money, our real money. Like, I'm not I just try to make sure that I get my students out like as soon as I can, but with the most experience I can. So if I have a guy that he could have tested out like in like 5 days from the day I got him, he's probably not going to test out in 5 days, because I cannot put all my knowledge I need to into him within 5 days. It's, you know, I could get him a CDL in that amount of time, but you know, just having a CDL is not good. Like, you need to have more knowledge than just having a CDL. Like, this week I took one of my guys to Arkansas, down the 65 all the way to Little Rock, and he was scared. It's not even that bad of a road, but he was scared. So, but by the time we got back, he drove it both ways. When we got back, he's all like, I'm much more confident. And I was like, yes, you are. You know, that it made me laugh. It was good that he was much more confident. You know, sometimes I push my guys real hard. I push my guys hard. I am like, hey, let's go faster. Like, do the speed limit. Like, get all the way up to the speed limit. Try to hold the speed limit. You know, I'll push because I'm trying to make you better. And like, some people don't like that. I have to back down some and be like, all right, let's baby steps. And then I'll try to take a big jump. Like, let's go. So definitely, like, you know, training is fun out here. And as long as you have the drive, and like, we get that kind of that fear of like, it's a big truck and a big trailer, you know, kind of get that out of the way, then it's going to be a lot better. So like, I do a lot of driving with my students. Like, I have my students drive a lot, because that takes away a lot of the fear, because they'll be like, oh, that big trailer. Like, I have guys, it works both ways too. I had guys that I taken out on the drives and they were scared. So I said, you know what, let's do backing first. So like, I'll have them do backing first, and then I'll take them on a drive and they got confidence. And then I had guys that couldn't back. So I take them on a drive and they got that confidence. I bring them back out here on the pad. They start backing. It's all about that confidence and, you know, that drive and that courage, because it takes a lot for somebody to leave everything and come out here. But I'm going to leave you with that thought, you know, get some courage. And go ahead, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up and leave me some comments on what you think.